Hey everybody, welcome to the High Path channel. My name is Rosa and we are a plant-based family of 7. For those of you who've been watching, we've been mentioning that we've been learning to cultivate and grow our own mushrooms, and we are starting to slowly take you along this journey and show you what we've been doing. So today we're going to be harvesting some of our first batches of beautiful mushrooms, and we are going to do some cooking, some experimenting, some taste testing, and we would love to show you how everything came together. Let's get in the kitchen and let's go. I just wanted to come and record. This is our very first harvest of our pink oyster. We grew this at home. We didn't start with like a grow kit or anything like that. Trey did all the inoculation, all the substrate, everything. Look how cool. And we weighed this. It was about a little over a pound. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we've got some little straggler pieces here. And we've just got this big old head here. You can smell it. So cool. We can't wait to eat it today. And it's so fresh and so vibrantly pink. Love it. Let's get our first harvest ready for cooking. For the bigger pieces, I'm going to cut it in half and then just remove any pieces of the substrate that I'm not going to cook with. And then for the smaller pieces, we're just going to peel the petals back a little bit. This was our harvest and we're going to cook it all. So in a cast iron skillet, we're going to heat it up. We're going to add a little bit of grapeseed oil, just some neutral oil. I really wanted to cook it this way with just a little bit of salt, just so that we could taste the actual mushroom flavors. So here I'm just peeling the petals one by one and just putting it into our hot skillet. You can see from the heat, the mushrooms are turning a little bit of a yellowy color, which is very interesting. It's kind of like meat turning grayish, whatever the color is when you're cooking meat. It's been so long since I've cooked meat, but anyways, look at this delicious goldeny color, and this is what it looks like when it's almost done. You want to make sure that you're cooking any mushroom really well to break down the chitin or chitin, which is a primary component of the cell walls in fungi. We're going to cook our mushrooms in little batches just so we don't overcrowd the pan. And here is our first batch of pink oyster mushrooms. Here's our first taste test. Let's give it a shot. It looks delicious, actually.
Oh, delicious. Let me get one side.
Oh, yeah.
Really, that's mine.
Yeah.
Some
It's
of them
kind of
are
like
cooked.
the taste of
Very
fish?
salty but bacon.
Very salty bacon.
It's like meaty. My goodness, this is good. It's like, oh, if we put this in curry, it's like chicken curry.
I go curry, Mama.
Yeah, this does not have a fish texture. This has chicken.
Yeah, the texture is not good, but
It's like fish on
The
it.
taste.
man.
This is like chicken texture. Stuff.
I honestly think that this is better
It's hard.
than our store bought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that is so juicy. Oh, I really love. I could probably eat 2 pounds myself.
No, you can't.
We can't wait to cook more with this. This is gonna be such a delight every time we eat this. Oh. Check out our beautiful harvest of blue oyster mushrooms. Look how gorgeous, they're huge. Oh, this is so cool. And they're supposed to be blue oysters, but they kind of look like trumpets because they have that shape of the trumpet. It's just so cool. We can't wait to eat them. Oh, we're going to weigh them really quick. This is our second harvest. Now keep in mind we are still working to fine-tune things in the environment just so that we can get the mushrooms growing the way that they should be. So we're still in our experimental stages, but experimental means lots of mushrooms for our family to eat as well. Yum. So we are just weighing our mushrooms really quick. This one was
about 1 pound and 37 ounces roughly.
Whenever we taste these new mushrooms, I always like to just lightly saute it. Well, actually, we have to cook it really well, but saute it and add a little bit of oil, grapeseed oil, just a neutral oil, and some salt, because we want to taste the flavor of the actual mushroom. So that's how we're going to cook it today. We're going to be cutting this up.
You can see, compared to the pink oyster mushrooms, these stalks were actually so meaty and so thick. It was lovely. I just have Mercy cut them into smaller pieces, and then we're going to do the same as we did the other pink oyster, is just to saute it with some salt and oil.
It's like chocolate.
Because our blue oysters grew a little bit meatier, we're going to use a larger pan, or sort of like a pot to cook them in, anything with high sides. And then we are keeping the fire a little bit on the higher side, just so that we can sear and caramelize the mushrooms. I have not noticed mushrooms sticking to the pan because it releases some juices, and that actually deglazes the pan, helping the mushroom to kind of lift up by itself. We cook this for about 10 minutes or so on medium-high heat, just until it is nice and golden brown, but really well cooked. For our blue oysters, we also cook them in smaller batches, just so we don't want to overcrowd our pan, making our mushrooms nice and caramelized. Now let's taste.
It's time for taste testing. We have our blue oyster mushrooms. This red plate has just salt and oil, just so that we could taste the original taste of the mushroom. And then this one, the kids seasoned it up with some onion powder and paprika, those types of seasonings. So let's give it a taste. Oh, there's two of them actually.
Like chicken.
Mmm.
Yeah. It tastes and has a texture of chicken strips.
You think so?
Yeah.
I like both of them.
I like this
can't-
one better than the pink.
Yeah? I kind of really like the pinks.
Yeah. I like the blue a lot more than the pink.
Me too.
How about this one?
And then they're both unique in their ways. Like
Pink
The pink
oyster
pa-
had a fishy type of texture and
Yeah.
flavor.
yeah, the pink has more of a fishy
This is more subtle.
kind of fishy taste and fishy texture. And the blues have more of a chicken like
Hmm.
taste and
It's
texture.
really good.
Oh yeah,
The blue is your favorite right now?
yeah, for sure. Even better than the lion's mane. I can't wait
Ooh.
to taste the chestnut.
I can't wait to taste our own lion's mane though. We're gonna taste and see. It's really good.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is our third harvest. Look at these beauties. Oh, they're actually really, really heavy. We have some pinks here. We mostly have some beautiful blues. Now we're still working on fine tuning the grow, like to get the environment right. Mushrooms really do need the right environment to grow. So we're still fine tuning it. Trey's definitely working on it hard. And but yeah, this is kind of like our first few harvests, and we're about to just weigh them just to see what it's like and how much everything weighs. I feel like the blues definitely have some weight to it. They're pretty large. Like you can see this one and this one. They're pretty large. They're like the size of our head. Huh? Are your hands clean? All right, let's just weigh the pinks first. Yeah. So we've got some pinks. This is about already about a pound. Uh-huh. 15.9 ounces. Almost, actually, there's like a few little pinks here. Try to get these. Yep.
Give me.
So just over a pound of the pinks. Perfect. Okay, now take that off. All right, so we have about a pound of the pink ones. Now those were a little smaller. We kind of harvested them a little bit earlier. So these ones will definitely have better weight to them. So I'm just cutting off these little pieces because they're kind of just dead weight because you can't really eat them. We wouldn't count them. So let's put that on there. Okay. So this, wait, Isaiah.
And about 1 pound, 0.4.
1 pound, 4 ounces. Yep, so that is 1.1 pounds, as you can see. Now let's put this one back into the big bowl. This one is pretty big. Our blue oysters are pretty meaty, and the taste of it is actually more subtle than the pinks. Okay. Then we had like 13 ounces, and then this one is about 12 ounces.
The other one, the first one that we did was 1.1.
Overall, we have a little over 1 pound, and then we had a 13 ounce and a 12 ounce roughly. So that's about 2 pounds and a little bit of blue oysters. It actually definitely feels a lot more than, no, that's like almost 3 pounds. And then the pinks we had about, what was the pinks?
Over 1 ounce.
Over 1 pound. Yep. We can't wait to cook with these. We have been seriously enjoying eating these. Oh, they just taste so good, and they're so meaty. And yeah, I can't wait to eat this today and probably tomorrow as well. Oh, so good. Right now it's breakfast time. I am doing a little bit of an experiment today. I figured we could blend up some lentils and some mushrooms. It's going to give it a nice umami taste. And we're going to try to make some sort of lentil fritters out of them. Maybe I should cook the lentils first. So we're going to do sort of like a meatball. Let's try both. So I'm going to take out some of this lentils out here. I already have some water, but that's okay. So I'm going to cook a little bit of the lentils so we can kind of mush it up. And then we're also going to do our blended lentil mix here. May as well give it a try and just see what happens. I'm gonna add some water to this, and let's get this lentil mix cooked up, and then we're going to add the mushrooms inside of the mix.
My initial idea was just to chop up some of these mushrooms and put them in the blender with the lentils and just blend it up together.
I'm so nervous.
We seasoned our lentils with some salt, some onion powder, just a mixture of seasonings, and we're just going to blend it up into a paste-like consistency. We're going to get our cast iron heated up and add some grapeseed oil. We're going to do a test patty here, so I'm just gonna have Mercy dollop a little bit just for a taste test. We cooked each side for about 3 minutes or so, I'd say, until it is nice and golden brown. You can also tell that the batter is ready for flipping because it gets looser on the pan.
Let's just give it a try, and we're gonna just see what the taste is like.
And
there's mushrooms in there.
you can try.
Mushroom pulp.
It looks not that cooked.
You can definitely taste a little bit of it, I think. We definitely need more salt.
It's made of mushrooms.
Yeah.
I then had the idea of just chopping up some of the leftover mushrooms into fine little pieces like this, and we're just going to mix it into the batter itself, or in this case, kind of make a pancake with some mushrooms on top, kind of like a blueberry pancake, if you will.
Isn't it next good?
I made a mistake. I should have definitely cooked the mushrooms first before we put it into our batter, because we're supposed to cook the mushrooms quite well. Oh man, Israel. I guess we could try this batter and just maybe make a very thin layer and then just try to cook it a long time. Yeah, we're gonna have to try that.
Oh, well, I don't know what I was thinking. I really didn't want to waste this batter, so we're going to try to make it nice and thin. Remember me talking to you about the chitin or chitin? We really have to cook those mushrooms well just so we can break it down. But I made a huge mistake. Now, Trey had an idea, and I kind of rolled with it. We're just going to make a scramble. Initially, we were going to scramble it up and make it like a meatball, but this actually turned out quite well. We just scrambled it up. We cooked it for quite a long time in some grapeseed oil and some salt, and we crisped up all these pieces. This kind of resembled a little bit of a crispier, overdone scrambled eggs, if you will. Let's give it a taste.
How was it? It's pretty good, isn't it?
Tastes like a fritter.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like scrambled deliciousness.
No, it just tastes like a cheesy fritter.
Mm-mm. Look at these beautiful petals of blue oyster. They're so meaty. I'm gonna get some of these cooked up for Trey's salad. I have some roasted vegetables already here, so now I'm just going to get these seared and cooked. It's gonna be delicious.
In this preparation, we're just going to sear them really well, and then we're going to top it onto Trey's salad. This way of cooking really brings out the flavor of the actual mushroom itself. So this is actually my very personal favorite way to cook a mushroom.
We're just tearing these into little strips because I want it to be kind of meaty in Trey's salad. I don't want it to be like disappearing in his salad. I want it to be kind of like a meat substitute. So they kind of resemble shredded chicken. Now we're going to cook this for quite a long time, and we're just going to do a simple salt on this.
For Trey's lunch today, we roasted some cauliflower, broccoli, and some zucchinis. We are drizzling it with some chili oil. If you want to know how to make this, check out the previous meal prep video. It's so easy to make. Then we're going to top off these roasted vegetables with the meaty blue oyster mushrooms. And that was the most delicious and easy lunch.
So much time has passed that we just don't have the time to make our meatballs right now. I'm just going to put our lentils into our Tupperware, and we're just going to save it for next time. Thank you guys so much for joining us in this video. We really hope that you enjoyed spending time with us and kind of taste testing or just watching our reactions, because our mushrooms were just that good. So good. We would love to know if you are interested in a mushroom grow room tour. I think that would be a very cool video to just show you how our mushrooms are grown and where we grow them and how we're doing it. Please let us know in the comments if you're interested, and if you're interested in more mushroom content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Like and subscribe if you're new, and we will see you on the next video. Bye everybody.